Hi guys, I just thought I'd put a video together going over my kit for the UTMB race, and also going over how I decide how much fueling I'm going to take with me, and also my thoughts on hydration, which is going to be quite key in this race, more key than kind of any other race I've ever done actually. So yeah, I was just going to show you what I use. I mean, this stuff is probably not it's my preference stuff, but it's not, there's pretty better stuff out there. This is the stuff I've used, and yeah, typically when I find something that works well in trail running, I just stick with it, because everything's so expensive these days that if you want to try something that's slightly better than something that's good, you could just be throwing away a few £100 for no reason. So yeah, I'll start with, let me just show you. I'll start with my backpack. So I've been using these like Montane ones for a while. I've got like various different sizes. Kind of they're all slightly different in the size of this back compartment. I've gone for one that is like a medium sized one. Just means that it isn't as tight to get things in and out of this section. The reason why I like these packs are, once you've got a heavy backpack and lots of water in it, typically on some race packs the bouncing effect of when you run can be quite a lot, and the backpack can move around quite a lot. And what Montane have done is basically they put this extra strap down the bottom here. Sorry, I'm not videoing this very well. And you can strap it across like this here, and that really works well at helping with the bounce effect. So yeah, the backpack doesn't move around as much on your back. So for that, yeah, I really recommend these. Again, like I've tried it out, I liked them. I haven't really tried any other brands since, so I'm sure some of the other brands have kind of come up with some new innovations as well recently. But I haven't tried them. Coming down to what I'm going to race in. So this is my race top here. Yeah, it's an old Terex t-shirt basically, and I've cut it out now recently to get some extra holes in it. So I mean, it's going to be 30 degrees, so anything that can get a bit of extra air in the skin hopefully will help. Yeah, I've just got a typical lightweight. This is an Adidas Terex waterproof. You're like required to carry them. And then yeah, some mandatory gear. There's nothing exciting in here. It's just a first aid kit, survival blanket, collapsible bowl and stuff. In terms of watch, I use the Garmin Fenix 7, I think, Pro. I don't know. There seems to be loads of these Fenixes. It's fairly expensive, but it does the job. It's never really failed me. I find Garmin are probably quite good for trail stuff, so I recommend them, but the price point is pretty steep on them. If you run a lot, then you'll get your value for money. If you don't, maybe look at some of the cheaper models. I think Coros are coming out with some good stuff, so yeah. And then I use a Garmin chest strap. I think this is their triathlon one actually. Garmin are pretty useless with chest straps, to be honest. This is probably like the third one I've had now. I should maybe try out a different brand. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend Garmin chest straps. But yeah, I kind of have been within the warranty, so I just keep getting them. I will be running with this core body temperature thing, just collecting data. I like to see the effect of heart rate and core body temperature. That's quite interesting. And then yeah, in terms of shoes, I've got the Tecton X3 and the 2 pairs of normal Kirag. Sorry, someone's going away. Sorry, someone was on a motorbike there. Yeah, I've got the Kilian's brand normal. They're really low profile, low stack height, really nimble, pretty good grip. Not much bounce from the foam, in all honesty. If you go from a plated shoe to this, you don't really feel like you're getting anything from the foam. But where it is good is, I would say, steep terrain, technical terrain, which is what this course is going to be. So yeah, I'm kind of swaying with these at the moment. I'm not sure if I'll risk the new pair at the moment because they're not really broken in. That's my worry about risking a new pair. So yeah, and the one thing about this race is that my feet sweat so much, so I have to change socks, I think, after the first climb. So yeah, like the key part now actually was where I was going to make the video, was on fueling and how much I'm going to carry and what it looks like. So yeah, the way I work it out is I'll work back from how long I think the race should take me, and add a buffer onto that. So for this race, they slightly changed the course to make it a bit longer, but yeah, I think it's going to take anywhere from 5 hours 15 on a dream day to 6 hours 15 maybe on a day where I just blow up. So yeah, so with that number, let's just say 6 hours, the goal then would be to work out your carbs per hour. So as a rule of thumb, this is what I'd say if you've not really practiced this with gels, or you're quite a beginner, I would say aim for 60 carbs per hour. If you're moderately well trained, I'd say aim for 80 carbs an hour. And then if you train a lot and you do lots of sessions and you've practiced with the gels and you train your stomach, I'd say aim for over 100 carbs an hour. So for me, I will probably be aiming for about 120 carbs per hour. So I use the Morton brand, very expensive. I wish they made it cheaper, but it is good. I've never had any issues with it so far, so touch wood that doesn't happen now. So yeah, I go for a drinks mix, one of these, and either 2 of the smaller gels or 1 of the larger gels per hour, and that'll come out at basically yeah, about 120, 130 carbs per hour. And I'll be probably taking 2 of the caffeine gels, hopefully, over the course. So yeah, the way I see it working is that about 2 hours into the race, I'll take my first caffeine gel, and that takes about 45 minutes to peak in your bloodstream. And then yeah, and probably about an hour and 15 minutes later, I'll take another one. Finally, one note on these other gels down here. I don't know if you've ever had like the beetroot shots, but they've come out with a nitrate based gel. I've been trying them out over the last few months. I don't mind the taste actually. I think the taste quite nice. It's a bit different. Yeah, and I don't know if the nitrates work or not, but I've enjoyed having them. And then yeah, just some boring like drinks holders. So I think they're both 500 meters, 500 milliliters, sorry. And then possibly some smaller ones as well. I've not worked out fully what I'm going to carry in terms of the smaller ones. And then in terms of a head torch, got this Phoenix one. I don't know, I've used it once before. It worked okay. Everyone online seems to say they're the best ones, so yeah, I mean they're not cheap for what it is. So yeah, that's the kit. Yeah, so coming back to, I was going to come back onto the water, wasn't I, for this race, because it's so hot. I'll have to be quite tactical with how much I drink and where I drink and how much I carry. The first hour and a half is all going to be uphill, and I'm going to estimate my sweat rate is going to be probably over 1.5 litres an hour, I think, on that first climb. So, and it takes an hour and a half the climb from the start. So yeah, I'm going to need to be carrying at least 1.5 litres, I think. Yeah, at least 1.5 litres, and then when I get to the top of the climb, I'll have to, at the first aid station, I'll have to kind of refill and catch up on maybe like 1 litre that I've missed out, I've sweated out of me, that I still haven't replenished. So yeah, that's the kit. Hopefully that's useful. I mean, the stuff here, it's everything in trail running these days is expensive. You know, like a gel's £3. Watches are like £500 at least. Shoes are £200. It's not a cheap sport. But yeah, if you can carry your food, I mean, you should never rely on aid stations ever. They could run out of all food. Sometimes they run out of water if it's not organised well. So yeah, and the fueling strategy can work for pretty much any sport. If you're doing triathlons, you can kind of apply a similar principle. Or maybe you don't have to be as aggressive on the carbs per hour in triathlons, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the way I'm going to attack it. So the pack's going to be pretty heavy with all this in. I've done a few runs with the pack on my back, and I sweat a lot and it feels heavy, but I guess it's the same for everyone. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Bit of a low budget video there for you, but that's what I'm going to be carrying with me. I guess the one good thing is that as soon as you start eating the gels, the pack gets lighter over the course of the race. There's one small thing. So yeah, hopefully that's useful.